going on YouTube? Dr. Ironbat Prime 2.0 back again with this new video. And as I hit this new video, this is a prop review and tutorial on how I made, well, my Mandalorian Darksaber from, well, the Mandalorian because, well, this is the way. Had to and wanted to, like always. So, yeah, I'll admit, like I've said several times in a couple of YouTube videos of mine, I'm still eyeballing of wanting to do a Mandalorian cosplay, and one of the things I want to have is, well, a bunch of personal weapons. Like, I've made the rifle, I've made the blaster, and, well, I now have the Darksaber from, well, the show. Now, I'll admit, the Darksaber is something I really want to have, and I wanted to get a little creative with, because, like, sure, you could always just buy one of these, but I'll admit, I kind of want to get a little more creative and actually make one, because, well, and again, this is just, in a way, I try to put myself on a budget of, like, try not to spend, like $1,000 or something like that, like, try not to go too high on the price. But yeah, I mean, this is just my way of making the Darksaber. I'll admit, this part is 3D printed, and this part is foam. I will get into details, but here's how I started when it came to, well, making this thing. So before I even began, I basically looked up a few images all over the internet here and there, and I really wanted to go for like TV show look as well. So yeah, these are basically some of the images I looked up. So yeah, that's basically, well, what I did first. I had looked up a few images here and there. I had to just Google a few images, and that was when, well, I went on Etsy and I found, well, a 3D printed, well, Darksaber in pieces, and here's what it looked like. So as for the pieces, this is what it looked like when I first got it, and they were all 3D printed. That's what it looked like when I first got it, and that's what it looked like in pieces. And that would be, well, this whole area right here, where it's basically, well, just the saber pieces and parts when it comes to, well, having the Darksaber and or lightsaber. But here's here's what I did on painting it and making it look a lot more, well, TV show accurate. So one of the first things I did was give it a black primer here and there, did a little bit of piecing together with some of the parts, and then after that I went in with some silver Model Master paint in some areas of the saber part itself. And that was when it was just a matter of piecing it together, just a tad bit of dry brushing it with the silver paint, and this is what I did for most of it. And then I also gave it a clear coat, just so that way it would stay that way. Again, this was all 3D printed right here, like, just to show you guys in a more up-close way. Again, this whole thing was 3D printed, and yeah, that's basically what it looks like up close. And yeah, again, that's basically what it looks like up close. And as well, again, this is 3D printed. That's what this whole thing is. And if you guys want, I will leave the link down below where I got this from. I got on Etsy, well, this whole part right here. So if you guys want like a kit or a mashed up, well, of like any kind of lightsaber or the Darksaber, link is down below. And again, got this on Etsy, so hey, yeah, feel free to make one of these yourself if you want. Now on to the next part, and that would be, well, the saber slash blade parts. And translation, like I said, this is made out of foam, and so it's also convention safe to bring into Comic-Con and all that, because you're definitely gonna want to make sure that these weapons are like convention safe and or con safe, so that way it doesn't get taken away like several weapons have. Well, I've seen multiple times at conventions. But yeah, I mean, you want this thing to be convention safe. You want it to be safe enough to walk around with and not to accidentally stab anyone. But yeah, again, this whole part is foam, and here's how I did, well, this whole part. So as for the core, is basically, well, another piece that goes into the saber part along with a metal rod that I had lying around, and it was just a matter of gluing some of the pieces here and there together. So as for the blade, I basically used a piece of hard plastic that I had lying around, and I cut a center for, well, for the metal rod, and that was when I sandwiched together some foam that I had lying around, and then plastic dipped that with some black. And then after that, that was when, after it dried, I added in some Plat-FX white paint to go around sides, and then it was just a matter of, well, gluing it inside the rod. And I'll admit, the metal rod that goes inside this whole thing, I mean, I got it on, I think I just got it at Home Depot for like $2 or something like that. I'll admit, I mean, for, in a way, I kind of sort of, it looked the part to just, well, be the right kind of, well, core slash element to make sure that this saber, well, just stays in one piece. But also, it does add a little bit of weight to it, so I'll admit, I mean, again, I just had to drill a hole into the saber part right here so that way the rod could just, well, go straight through, like, go straight through in the, into the saber, and also, well, be able to go into the blade. But yeah, that's what I did for the metal rod. So like I said before, just some spray paint, clear coats, a little bit, and I wanted to, like, and just to show you guys in a more up close way, hope the camera's picking that up, but yeah, that's basically, I really wanted to make this thing look a lot like a lightsaber, because, well, yeah, it is a lightsaber, of course, forged by, well, by the first Mandalorian, and well, let's just say I really want, again, I just wanted to make this thing con safe. I want to get creative and make my own. But yeah, that's again, this is just my way of making it, and this is also, well, just something that I really want to add to my arsenal and weaponry when it comes to cosplaying as a Mandalorian later in the future. But again, I'll admit I am happy with the end result. Maybe I might go back and revisit some things here and there, but yeah, I'm overall happy with how this thing turned out. And again, I mean, if you're in any way of a Mandalorian fan, Star Wars fan, anyway, this is definitely worth having in your collection and just, well, carrying around with you at Comic-Con and all that. But yeah, again, like, this was a fun project. I really enjoyed making it. I'll admit it took me like nearly a week, and I say that long because, well, let's just say, yeah, I was going to work here and there, and I was also very patient with like the spray paint and letting it dry. But again, nearly a week of work, and it is so worth it.